core. This week we are featuring a brand new studio in Village Square, hosted by Katie Clark. The studio is just opening up, so if you're looking for a good burn, check her out.
Hey, this is Katie Clark. I am the owner of a new Pilates studio that we're opening downtown Burlington at the Village Square. It will be opening this summer. It's called Grounded Pilates and Lifestyle. It's going to be a mix of reformers, bar, mat. However, for these purposes, we will be instructing on the mat for Fit in the Core. I'm super excited to have been asked to join all the awesome fitness facilities in downtown Burlington, all of Burlington. So instead of seeing me do all the exercises, I've enlisted my husband, Peter. He will be my client, my body. He will do an amazing job, inspire all of you. So, to start, I'm going to get him to lie down on his back. That's all he has to do. That's all you have to do at home. Just find your mat, find your back. If you have props, weights, Pete will be using 3-pound hand weights. You can use water bottles, cans of beans, nothing at all. That's the best part of Pilates is it's just you and your body and resistance. Not too much else needed. So this is a great way to bring you back to the mat, make you feel grounded, make you feel excited about what's going on in your body, in your core. And then I get to just instruct and hope that I inspire a few of you to seek out not just any fitness, but Pilates, where we learn to live in our bodies with an understanding of our core, an understanding of our breath, and just enjoying where we are on that day, on your mat. So, to start, we're going to just lie here. We're going to close our eyes. Big part of Pilates is the breath. What do we do when we breathe? We inhale in through our nose, and we just let everything go through our mouth. Doesn't matter what you're letting go, emotions, stress, happiness, gratitude, whatever. So big breath in, big breath out. Good. And then as you start this breathing pattern, which is basically just you breathing, you being in your body, I want you to maybe start to bring some attention to what's going on through your core. Where are your ribs? Are you expanding your ribs? Can you feel your back and side ribs expand with your breath? Maybe just think about sending the air there with your intention. Can you feel the back of your ribs grounding in towards your mat beneath you? Can you feel your chest get nice and open through your collarbones? Good, and then maybe you start to feel a little bit more of a connection to the center of your body. So the best part of Pilates, according to me, Katie, is that you engage your core every time you focus on your breath. Every time. You don't have to do all these crazy sit-ups. You bring your awareness into your inhale, you feel the engagement, this corset effect around your waist with your exhale. And so through the breath, the magic starts to happen, and that carries you through your entire workout. So to start, now that I feel like Pete's probably feeling pretty good in his breath, we are going to just bring knees bent, feet flat onto your mat. Good, and you get to choose. You can have knees hip distance apart, zipped together. Okay, everybody's different depending on their pelvises, the comfort in their hips. And Peter is in a neutral pelvis, so his tailbone is heavy. It's ground into the mat. And there's a little space beneath his low back. So imagine a little mouse could crawl underneath you. Good. One more big inhale here. And then exhale, just let it all go. Good. Now from here, you're going to bring your right leg up to tabletop. And then from there, your left leg will join. Good. So from here, I want you to, again, find the back rib connection. Okay, you want to feel like there's some heaviness to the ribs behind you. Good. One more big inhale. And then just exhale out. So holding here is a challenge for your abs right away. Low core is working, okay? Upper core working just through the breath. On your next exhale, you're going to take one leg, doesn't matter, extend it straight. Good. Inhale, you'll pull it back in. Alternating legs, left leg out. Good. So now as the leg leaves the center of the body, getting long, the core has to work a little bit more. So if you're starting to right away feel like, oh, my low back doesn't enjoy this, think about pressing your low back into the floor a little bit more. You tilt your pelvis back. It gives you more engagement through the obliques, through the rest of your core, so you get support for your low back. Because at no point during exercise should you feel like your low back is bearing the brunt of the work we're asking. Good. One more each side. Awesome, left leg. Perfect. From here, we're gonna lower the feet down. If you have your weights, get them handy, bring them into your hands. No rush, take your time. So from here, we're going to reach the hands up towards the ceiling, the sky. Chest is nice and open. You feel your arms get heavy into those sockets. Good, and they're just 3-pound weights. It's not a crazy amount, but it really challenges the core, and we're gonna get into our lat muscles. Your lats start underneath your armpits, wrap towards your back. Super important for your core. So from here, again, we're gonna take the right leg up to tabletop. Good, and then left leg will reach as well. So like we said, legs at tabletop, engage your core already. So Pete's gonna hold this, and he's just gonna start to understand how much work it is to maintain this connection as we bring the arms into play. So from here, big breath in, and then with your exhale, I want you to open your arms out widthwise. Good, inhale, back up. So again, do you feel like your low back is hurting? Tuck your tail, press your back into the mat a little bit. Always play with the sensation you're feeling in your body. If I tell you to stay in one position, and you're like, no, I don't like this, play with yourselves, play with your body, figure it out. You're always the boss of your own body. Good. And so with the breath, we can probably see a little bit more of a connection to Pete's ribs. Awesome. We're getting that width across the chest. Good. Now let's bring the arms up towards the sky. Hold there, take your right leg, reach it out. Good. Inhale, bring it back. And then your left leg. Alternating. Good. So again, we're just getting that extension of the leg, holding steady with the upper body. Arms are still heavy in the sockets, so the lats get that engagement to hold and support. Lats then drawing in towards the core working to support all of the muscles, all of the body parts in space. Good, last one. Leg back to tabletop, hold there. Now we're going to open the arms out wide as we extend one leg out. Bringing it all in again, low back, make sure you're not feeling it. Engage to the center of your body, belly button draws in. Good. Awesome. We'll do 3 more to even things out. Birds are cheering you on. Good. Get that space across the chest, nice and soft through your collarbones. Last one. Beautiful. Arms stay up, lower your feet down, please. Perfect. From here, we'll keep the arms lifted. We're going to take a nice big inhale, and then just with your breath, your exhale, you're going to tuck your tail and peel your hips up into that glute bridge. Hips lift, lift, lift. Hold for a big inhale, and then you articulate down through your spine, rolling yourself down until you rock to a neutral pelvis where your tailbone is grounded into the floor. And then again, peel yourself back. Up you go. Good. Still try to keep that space across your chest as you soften through the armpits. Good. And then lower down. And so grounded, we always offer corrections, modifications. It's my job to make sure you're working at your utmost ability, but always within the capacity of your body. So what Pete can do, I can't do. What your partner on the reformer can do, perhaps you can't do, and that's okay. It's my job to help, to direct. Good, you're gonna bring your knees a little closer together, perfect. Lowering down. Watching your bodies in motion is weirdly one of my favorite things to do. You're gonna hold at the top. So from here, your glutes, your butt, they're working. Picture hot pokers under your butt. You do not wanna touch the hot pokers. Feel the length across your legs. Feel like you're pulling your heels towards your bum. Can you feel your hamstrings fire back to your legs? Awesome, so much work just to hold yourself here. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm still holding weights. What are we gonna do? You're gonna exhale, open your arms out wide. Yeah, but you're not gonna flare the ribs too much. You still want the core working. Inhale back. So this is where you think, okay, what is my core? My core are my lats, my obliques, the whole center of my body, my glutes, and then my hamstrings are attaching to my glutes. So the core is not just your six pack, the core is your entire center. Lats under your armpits all the way down to your butt. Because if you don't have a strong bum to support your core, where's that gonna leave you? Good, one more. Reaching out, hold. Keep your arms out if you can, bring them up to the ceiling if you'd prefer. Little pulses of your hips up and down. Good, 6 more. 5, 4, awesome, 2, last one. Bring your arms up first, and then find that articulation down through your spine. Nice work. So your choice here, if you want to keep it neutral where your tailbone is grounded into the floor, or if you want to tilt your pelvis, we're going to then bring a leg back up to tabletop. Whichever one, because then the opposite leg will meet. Good, so before we open the arms up widthwise, now we're going to add a challenge of the arms reaching back. Okay, so big breath in. Exhale, arms start to glide back. Your shoulder blades draw down as your arms reach back. Inhale, back up. So super simple move. We can all do this. Well, most of us, right? But if there's added weight, added tension, then the lats draw in towards the core, and there's so much more work to maintain the body in this position. And if the arms reach too far back, and you feel yourself arch, you've gone too far, and you've allowed your core to come out of the alignment we're asking it to be in. So then maybe that's where you tilt your pelvis, you tuck your tail, you imprint is what we call it. Yeah, so then once Pete imprints, he feels a little bit more secure in his core. Good, for 3. I feel like maybe everybody's gonna figure out where this is going to, or not, because you're wondering why this is so shaky in your core. I don't know. Last one. Beautiful. Arms up, they're gonna stay. Hold there, extend one leg out to straight again. Really engage through the quad, the front muscle of your leg. Pull back. Extend the opposite leg. From underneath, you get support from the bum. Nothing is mindless. We're not just moving without any purpose. We're working our legs as we extend them out through space. We're really trying to feel every muscle we can work. Good. One more each side. Awesome. Last one. Pulling back, holding here. Big breath in. Exhale. One leg reaches as the arms reach back. Reach, 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 but still focus on the core. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, switch. Always moving slow, steady pace. Pilates is great for accompanying any kind of workout. Maybe you love HIIT workouts. Maybe you love spin. I love spin. Maybe you love yoga. This complements pretty much every exercise workout you can think of. Build strength to support you in all other aspects of your life. Golf, tennis, a lot of tennis clients. Good. 2 more. Great, awesome core warm up. Last one. Beautiful. And then we're going to lower everything down towards the floor. Lower your arms. Keep your arms down. They've been up for a while, but hold on to your weights if you're using your weights. From here, we're going to go back into our bridge. So try to use your breath. Don't worry if you feel like you've lost the whole point of the breath. It's okay. As long as you're breathing, we're all happy. So we're going to pull and peel ourselves back up. Hold. And then just exhale, articulate your spine. It should feel pretty nice working down through your spine. If you have any low back issues and the articulation doesn't feel great, feel free to just lift yourself up. Good, we're gonna hold there. Bring the arms back up. Okay, so we're gonna work the same arm movement, making sure the core is still engaged. We're not just flaring the chest and the ribs. We wanna still feel controlled and contained. Let's take our arms back behind us. Good, and then as your arms come back up, I want you to lower your hips down a bit. Good, and then lift the hips and reach the arms back. Awesome. So even though this feels like a nice stretch through the front of the hips, you're really focusing on how much energy you get from underneath to lift you up. It's all about building the energy, the strength in the body. One thing you should know is I don't count very well. So we could do 4, we could do 18. I don't know. I get a little excited about where we're going. Good. Bring your left foot in a little bit there, Pete. You want to feel like you're still parallel and not flaring your knees out widthwise either. And as the arms reach back, you still feel that control of the lat muscles drawing in towards the center of your body through here. Good. Last one. If the arms are comfortable back, and by comfortable I mean uncomfortable but still strong, hold there. If not, bring them back up to the ceiling. And little pulses of your hips up and down. Good. Let's do 10 more because we can. 9, 8, 7. The burn is the best part. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold. Pete's sweating. Bring your arms back up to the ceiling and then down by the floor. Oh, and then articulate down, but don't worry if you mess it up, no biggie. Awesome. Okay, so let's come up onto your bums. Sit up. If you want to use, let's not use the weights yet. Just place them off to the side. So I'm going to sit here and give a quick little demo along with where Pete is. So we're going to sit like so. Arms out in front, knees bent. Good. And again, parallel, zip together if you want, or hip distance. This feels better for my hips, so this is where I like to be. Chest is open. We don't want to press ourselves too far back. We're just feeling nice and controlled from our mid-back. Arms up. Forward. Take an inhale. Exhale. You're going to just tuck your tail and slowly start to roll into what we call a C curve. Your spine becomes the shape of a C. And then inhale, pull yourself back up. That's it. Exhale. It's like creating a scoop right through the center of the body. And then inhale back up. Picture like a string from the crown of your head. Good. Rolling back. And then inhale back up. Awesome. Try not to get too grippy through your feet. Try not to create a C with your neck and your chin. You're still keeping in like an apple size bit of space between your chin and your chest. Good. Let's do 3 more. Nice and slow and controlled. Good. And 2. Still feel like those arms are set back? Yeah. When you bring your arms into place, your core responds. You'll feel it right away. It's like, oh, okay, there it is. Okay, last one, hold. From here, take an inhale. Exhale, right arm reaches back. Reach, reach, reach. You can twist a little bit if you want to. And then inhale forward, then we'll alternate. Other side. So if you start left and I say right, it does not matter. We'll do both sides. Good. And then maybe as you twist and reach an arm back, you get a little bit more rotation. Maybe you're like, oh wow, there's something there I want to reach. Why don't I try? Picture your best friend shaking their hand. Yeah. Feeling that core working. You're trying not to twist the hips. So if your knees are moving, your pelvis is moving. It's not illegal, but you know, might as well try a little bit harder to keep things right where they should be. Good. Come forward, let's hold. From here, you're going to go into little pulses. Little 1-inch movements, back and back. Awesome. Just like think an ice cream scoop, you're scooping further and further. Pick a flavor, favorite flavor. Could be soy. Gross, but that's okay. For 3, 2, last one, hold, 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 hold. Then pull yourself back up. See, so much better when I'm not doing it. Perfect. So from here, if you want to use weights, feel free. Totally up to Pete. Think he might not. Oh, he will. Okay, so holding the weights, chest is open. Take an inhale, exhale, find your scoop again. Just tuck, find that little C curve. Good, your belly button is drawing in towards your spine. You don't want to force it like going so. Just feel like that nice scooped out effect. From here, we're gonna bring the arms up. So whichever arm, right or left, we go. One arm, exhale, we reach up. Good, inhale down. Alternating sides. Perfect, so the key here as the arm reaches up is to not feel yourself flare your ribs forward. You wanna control and contain what's going on through the center. So if you only go here, totally cool, because that's where you wanna know where you're at with your core. If you go here and you feel pain in your back, that's not where you're supposed to be. This should feel challenging, but not painful. We work out for a different pain, right? Awesome. We're gonna do 3 more. Good. And 2. Last one. Perfect. We're gonna hold there. Then we're slowly gonna lower ourselves all the way down. You can lengthen your legs as well. And if you find that you're too far to the back of your mat, feel free to scoot yourselves forward. This exercise is called the roll-up. It is easier if you have weights in your hands. If you do not want to use weights, totally fine, but the weights give you added support up. So we're gonna zip our legs together or hip distance, again, up to you. I want you to feel like you're getting a stretch through the front of your hip. not getting too pitchy. From here, you're going to reach your arms back. Good, and then you're gonna bring your arms up towards the ceiling. You're gonna roll your whole self up, like you have something at your toes that you're reaching for. Good, and then I want you to restack your spine, nice and lengthened, and then you're gonna tuck and roll yourself down. Pete has beautiful articulation because he's a Pilates master. Good. Tattooed, bearded men love Pilates. We have proof. Sweat dripping down his brow. Good, and then exhale down. You go reach the feet away. Good. Don't mind the planter, you can push away if you want. This last one, we're gonna come up. Think about stretching through your spine, should maybe feel good. Awesome, we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Keep the legs straight this time. Last time we did it bent. This one feels a little bit better on the hip flexors. And exhale, find that C curve. Just tuck your tail back. Good. Hold there. You're gonna go back a little bit more. Yeah. That's where Pete has a harder time holding on, so that's where we're gonna be, because why not? I say so. So you're gonna draw your belly button in a little bit. You're gonna open your collarbones. Good. We're really feeling in control of where we are. From here, take an inhale. Exhale, take your left arm out to the side. Good. Pull it back to center. And then right arm out to the side. Good. We're not gonna twist this time though. Good. Yep. Alternating. So just one arm out. We're not gonna go all the way with it. Good. How's this feel? Super awesome. You can talk. Yeah, just one more each side. Still think about the length of your toes reaching away. Think about a stretch across the front of the hip. Awesome. We're gonna hold there. Chest is still open. If you need to come up and out of it to give yourself a break, feel free, but then go right back into the scoop. From here, I want you to think about your right quad. Just lift your leg up a few inches off the floor. Oh, surprisingly hard. Lower down. He's shaking. Left leg lifts. Good. Alternating, but don't rush. Yes. How heavy does your leg suddenly feel? Really heavy. Yeah. Belly button draws in. Think about everything we're asking you to do right now still coming from your core, still coming from your breath. You're strong through your arms, strong through your lats. They support your arms in space. They encourage your back to work. Good. We're gonna do two more, one more each leg. Feel free to even out if you feel like you're uneven. Good. And then slowly articulate all the way down. Should feel like nice, sweet relief in your body. Awesome. And then slowly just relax. Bring your arms down by your sides. We're going to bring the weights off to the side. You don't need them. You're going to bend your knees. One more set of bridging. Good. So from here, we're going to peel ourselves back up. Hips lift up towards the ceiling. Hold there. Now we're going to focus on the position of the legs within the hip sockets. So you're going to walk your heels towards each other. Parallel position. So heels come together, toes apart. Yeah. We call this first position. A lot of ballet talk, dance talk in Pilates, which I don't dance, so no worries if you don't get it. Peel your heels up, please, and then walk your heels towards your bum a little bit. Yeah, so now we're holding. We're in external rotation. Now we're gonna get into the side glutes, side bum a little bit. All we're gonna do is think about lowering our hips down an inch or two, and then squeeze your heels together, fire your butt, and lift up. Good. Down and up. So by this point, you might have noticed that Pilates is smaller movements, not big. We're not jumping, we're not doing all that kind of stuff. At least not in our mat Pilates. Sometimes the smallest movement is when you're like, oh my gosh, please make this stop. Right? Yeah, because this is tiny, but every part of him is shaking. But the more you find that heel squeeze, the more you find your glutes. The more you find your glutes, the healthier you make your spine. And the whole point of Pilates is to build a nice, healthy, supple spine as you age, and getting nice, awesome, strong muscles to boot. Why not? For two. Last one, and then slowly lower all the way down. This isn't the end though, so don't like fully relax your bodies. Prepare yourselves. Good. And then go all the way back up. And so then from here, I want you to squeeze your knees together. That's your exhale. Might feel a little weird, but lift your heels up again, sorry. Good. And then exhale, squeeze. Good. And they don't have to fully touch. I just want you to think, oh, wow, my inner thighs. Okay, here we go. So inner thigh muscles, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Exhale. Awesome, we're still getting that lift from underneath, but guys, squeeze those heels together as much as you can. If this doesn't feel challenging enough for you, if you're like, oh wow, I guess I can do more, feel free to lift your arms up. Or don't, that's totally fine. All good. You get to choose your own adventure of your style of Pilates. Good. Let's do 3 more. You may have also noticed that I don't count that well, as I already said. 2. Last one. Open those knees, hold, articulate down through your spine, lower your arms. Good. From here, I want you to go into a twist. Let's just release things. So pick a side, bend your knees, and let your knees drift over to one side. Open your chest. So from here, you might want to get a little stretch through the bum. Good. I like to always, pre-COVID, do a little added encouragement of the stretch. Obviously, that won't be happening for a while. No worries. Other side. Good. So at Grounded, we will be having mat classes just like this. We have a beautiful space, loft space, where we're going to be able to offer mats along with bars if that's your jam. And then we're going to have reformers, which are super awesome, challenging, exciting machines. If you haven't been on one, I hope you come to the studio to try and discover them because they're awesome. And the point of reformers are to basically encourage the body to learn all of these mat exercises and get stronger and stronger and stronger. But you get to play with spring tension. It's just awesome. So from here, we're going to bring ourselves back up onto our boats. Good. Let's bring our knees together. No weights needed. Sit up nice and tall. One more set of scooping. So from here, take an inhale. Exhale, tuck your tail, roll yourself back. Hold there. We're going to bring one leg up to tabletop. And then the other leg. Awesome. So by this point, you're like, oh, you know what? I feel really unstable and insecure. If you have a cushion or a pillow or anything, you can just tuck it behind your back, okay? Or else you can bring your hands back behind you. You can bring your elbows back. Anything that makes you feel a little bit more secure. We're going to externally rotate, heels, toes together. Remember those inner thighs we were just working on? Let's find them again. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze your knees. Ooh, it feels so good. Inhale out. Exhale, squeeze. Picture a ball. Try to pop it with your inner thighs. Good. If you're like feeling super strong and advanced, try to lift your arms up a little bit. I could just tell Pete was mad at me that I suggested that. Maybe he'll give a demo. Oh yeah, see? Pilates superstar. Grounded's #1 client. For 3. And 2. Last one, squeeze. Can you hold? Lower your feet. Stay, stay, stay. Little pulses into your scoop. Draw your belly button in. Oh, it feels so good to feel so burny in your belly. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go all the way down. Awesome. Relax. Shake it off. Super good. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of abs, which means we're going to do more abs because I love abs. So let's bend our knees, please. Bring our hands behind our heads. So knees hip distance apart or squeeze together. Again, your choice. You can do one and be like, oh, I'll try the other. Actually, I prefer this. So with your hands behind your head, you want to make sure your elbows are in your peripheral vision. If you go too far, it flares your ribs forward, which makes it that much harder for your core to just engage. So why not encourage a little bit of extra core strength here? And we're all going to go into our imprint. So you're going to think about tilting your pelvis and just pressing your low back against the mat, the floor. If you can maintain that, that's awesome. From here, let's bring one leg up to tabletop, please. Hold. Left leg up. Good. Hold. So big breath in. Really focus on your breath here. Ideally, we're using our exhale to then bring us up. So use your exhale, nod your chin, and then just slowly peel yourself up. Ideally, your shoulder blades clear the floor. And then inhale, we go back down. So kind of just like a regular crunch, let's say, but I want you to think about the focus as being a little bit more of lengthening the spine to peel you up. If you think about how this is a stretch for your spine, instead of just core work, the core responds. Like if we think about how we're moving our bones in space, the muscles know what to do. They are there to help. The body wants to work. Good. Always giving yourself that chance to hold at the top. Awesome. Let's do 4 more. I always like to cue to soften the armpits. It really just helps you to keep out of gripping into your collarbones, your throat, your face, which is where we tend to go. See, lost count. I don't know. Let's do 2 more. Why not? Good. Belly button draws in. Last one. Let's hold. Guess what we're going to do? I don't know. Take your right leg out. Straight, straight, straight. Good. Pull back in. This is where we go slow. You're going to want to rush it. Don't rush it. Feel yourself in every challenge that I'm asking you to get into. Good. Reach, reach, reach through the toes. How long can you make your leg? It's never just about going through the motions. The simplest move can be as crazy hard as you let it. Yeah. I think it's the mugginess that's making you sweat, or the Pilates. Good, let's do 2 more. 1 more each leg, even yourselves out. And then because I love a good hold at the end, we'll bring that leg in. Hold. Take your right leg up towards the ceiling, please. Good, hold it there, lower it down. And lift. Good, so straight leg stays up. We slice through the air, we bring it up. Press. Good, check in your shoulders. Are they relaxing against the floor? Are they up? Is your core strong? Good. Last one. Awesome, bend that knee. Take your other leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, you stretch and reach. Good, moving through that heavy air, fire every part of that leg. Belly button in towards your spine. Always focus on the breath and the core. For 2. Last one, beautiful. And then lower everything down, relax yourselves. I love abs, so do my clients. So, from here, pretty much the exact same position. Now we're gonna do some twisting. If you feel like twisting doesn't feel good on your spine, ever, or just today, feel free to stay right at center like we were just doing. So from here, hands back behind the head, please. 1 leg up to tabletop, please. And then other leg. Good, and then we're going to go into an imprint for this one, please. Yeah, back pressed against the floor. Perfect, from here, big breath in, find that focus. Exhale, bring yourself back up. So we're gonna go right to the twist, the bicycle. So you're gonna take 1 leg, I don't care which one, extend it out, and you're gonna twist towards the bent knee. And then pull yourself through center, reset, and then switch. So we all know this move from the gym, and we all know that person at the gym that's like tugging on their head, their neck, and working really fast. You could do 200 of these, fine, or you can do 10 to 15, maybe up to 20. Nice and slow and controlled, and feel every part of this. Taking that spine through that rotation, which is always healthy. Spines need to work in all different planes. Good. Awesome. For 3. For 2. Last one. Come up and hold. Hold, hold, hold. I'll wait for Pete. Come up through center. Yeah, I just want your legs to tabletop. Bring your shoulders up. You can do it. Extend your legs out straight. Both of them, please. Inhale back in. If both doesn't feel good, do 1 at a time. Thank God I've hired a professional to be my Pilates model tonight. For 4, shoulders up. 3, belly in. 2, I know you all feel as awesome as he does. Last one, and then slowly lower everything down. Good, okay, let's come up onto our hands and knees. So if you need extra padding for your knees, feel free to grab a towel. Do you want a towel? I brought one for you.
Good.
Okay, so, awesome, hands and knees, please. Good. I wasn't planning on doing that much abdominal work, but I love abs, so there you go. So from here, nothing crazy. I'll get out of the way in a second, or out of your way. We're going to take 1 leg back behind you. It's okay, whichever one. Good. So when you're in this position, you want to feel like, again, you're drawing your shoulders down your back a bit. You're in your neutral spine. Feel your tailbone is reaching away, crown of your head reaching that way. Always take up as much space as you can on your mat. From here, from that butt, exhale, we just lift the leg up. Nice and tight right through the smile. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Good. Now, if this feels pretty basic, maybe you can think about getting into your core a little bit more. So what I love about Pilates is you can make the simplest movements super intense if you bring your awareness into where you're working. So you get that corset effect around your waist. Your obliques, picture them like suspenders. Your obliques are done up nice and tight. Good. For 2. Last one, we lift, we hold little pulses. Your butt is rock hard. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Can you take your left arm, reach it forward? If you try this and you're like, no way, totally fine. You can do this with both hands down. From here, take a big breath in. Exhale, bring your knee and your elbow towards each other underneath your spine, and then I want you to round underneath your stomach, sorry. And then inhale, reach back. So guess what? It's more abs. Good. Squeeze together. Picture underneath how much work it is for the center of your body to draw your heavy arm and your heavy leg towards each other. 3. Good. And 2. Good. Last one. We will then be reaching the leg out, reach the arm out, hold the leg, bring the hand back down onto the mat. Good. Right butt cheek still working. You might notice your opposite butt cheek stabilizing is burning more than your right. Totally normal. From here, good, you're going to pull yourself forward slightly, hold there. We're going to bend at the elbows and bring ourselves into a push-up. That's your inhale. Good. So you're kind of like at this angle. Exhale up. Inhale. Elbows go wide-ish. I don't want you to be too far out, but also not totally tucked in. This should feel natural. Good. And if you feel like your wrists don't enjoy this, feel free to just go onto your forearms and hold this in a modified forearm plank. While we work through this, there's always an option you can do. At Grounded, we will offer any modification to anybody, anything anybody needs. Last one. Good. And then lower the knee. Send your bum back into a shell stretch child's pose. Let yourself relax through your mid-back. And then pull yourself back up. Awesome. Let's take that left leg back behind you. Beautiful. So we've worked both butt cheeks pretty much. Left one stabilized. Right one was the active one. Now we're going to feel the switch and the difference. So exhale, lift through that left side right from the glute. Good. Inhale down. So you should feel the lift come from the smile of the bum. And as you lift and hold, you should feel that whole butt cheek really start to get hard. And it can be really hard to access your glutes. I always have to lift my leg and just kind of like hold it and feel it and think, like honestly just think, work, fire my bum, and then I get it. Lazy glutes are totally normal. But often if your glutes don't work, your low back gets pain, right? You can be super strong in all sorts of parts of your body, but if your glutes don't fire the way they should, often your hamstrings take over and your QL, your low back, takes over. So we always like to just get that length. Good. Let's lift this one up. Let's hold here, and don't forget those little pulses, up and up. Tightening through that glute, as tight and hard as you can get. Good. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold. We take that right arm forward if we can. Take an inhale. Exhale. Tuck the elbow and the knee underneath our bodies. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Each time you reach, get more length, more strength. Good. Neck stays long as you extend yourself out. Awesome. Let's say 2 more. Last one. Reach out, hold, bring that right hand down onto the mat or whatever hand you had lifted, and then pull yourself forward slightly. Feel that's where your core really starts to connect to support you, and then we go into our push-ups again. Good. Ideally, we're using our inhale to go down. So we find the strength of a core to help push us up. But if you feel like that breath pattern is not working for you, totally fine. You are always in charge of what your body is doing. I'm here to help. Good. I love push-ups almost as much as I love core. And then don't forget the butt. I love the butt. 2 more. Good. Last one. Make sure you really get that strength from the chest to press up. And then bend the knee, lower down, go into your shell stretch. Good. Okay. Just hang out there. Catch your breath. Good. We're going to work on a little bit of our side leg. Nothing too crazy because we're going to be running out of time soon. So, pick a side, any side. You're going to lie down. We'll bring your head there, facing that way, so that's your right side. So we'll do both sides, so it doesn't matter which side you start on. Good. And then you can rest on your arm. You're going to be one long line. Okay? Good. So when you're in this position, bring your head back a little bit, Pete. I want you to feel like you're like as straight as your mat, as straight as your body will take you, right? And so once you get into that position, that's when you realize, oh, if I'm really straight, I'm wobbly. So the top hand can totally help you, even if it's just a finger. I often need my hand there. It just helps to kind of give me that focus. So I want you to think about stretch, stretch, stretch through the front of the hip. The more of a stretch you get through the front of the hip, the more you're going to get into your butt. Okay, so from here, big breath in. Exhale, just lift your top leg up. Good. Inhale down. Pete loves side bum work.
Hate it.
He hates it, it's true. But it's so good for you. Strong hips, strong pelvis. Think about all the weight that your pelvis takes from below, from above. You want to build all that strong musculature around it. For 2. Last one, hold little circles with your leg. Think about just stirring that leg within the socket. Feels amazingly uncomfortable. Good, make sure you're drawing the belly in. Yes. And then reverse your circle. Let's do 8, 7. They don't have to be big, just focus. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that heavy, strong leg down. Now really squeeze your legs together. Think inner thigh, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, and then from your top obliques at your waistline, I want you to lift both legs up. Yes, and then inhale down. Try not to pivot your body. Keep that long line. You're just getting that cinched in here effect there, I should say. Good. Squeeze, yeah. Reach those toes. The birds are happy tonight. Good. So even though you're connecting through the side body, you still want to think about a stretch to the front of the hip. Can you still feel your bum firing from behind? Awesome. 2 more. Last one. Good. Lowering down. Beautiful. You're now going to come up onto your forearm. Same side, just keep your forearm down. Bring your forearm down. Good. Okay. So when you're on your arm like this, you want to make sure you're not just like chilling out, hanging on the couch watching TV. You're using your lat, your shoulder, your obliques to lift yourself up. Okay. So there's a lot of strength under here for your shoulder. You can bring your arm at an angle if that feels better as well. You don't have to stay here. This is ideal, but if this is better for you and any rotator cuff stuff, totally fine. So from here, let's take that top hand up towards the sky, the ceiling. Good. I want you to still go ahead with this whole side crunch idea. You're going to be lifting both legs and bringing your knees in towards your chest. So that's your exhale. So pick both legs up and then side crunch, pull in. Yeah, you get a little bit of a pivot and then bring yourself back. Maybe you just tap your legs, feet down. Don't let yourself just collapse into the mat between each set. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Always finding that connection from underneath first. Yeah, this is really full body work if you allow it to happen. Can you find that inner thigh connection? For 2. Last one, beautiful. And then lengthen yourself back down. Now I want you to keep your hand up towards the ceiling. Sky, I want you to bend your bottom knee. Yes, good. Okay, everybody feel good like that? Still find that connection underneath. From here, just lift your hips up. So modified side plank, forearm, knee down. I'm not asking you to go into a big side plank. However, if you feel like you're feeling super strong and you want to do this in a full side plank, totally go ahead. You can stack your feet, stagger your feet. From here, top hand up, I want you to scoop and reach underneath your body. Yes, and then inhale back. Exhale, obliques work. Beautiful. If you want to lift your top leg up, also feel free, work that side glute. Sometimes you might feel you can move with a little bit more ease if you've taken that foot off the floor. So again, we always modify. Good, 2 more. Last one. Arm up. I want you to hold yourself, okay? Bend your knee, let your knees meet, and then lower your hips, and then relax. Okay, switching sides. Nearly done. Good. Okay, so finding that length. One side might feel a little bit more awkward than the other. We're usually in balance for obliques. So if one side you feel like totally lost in space, totally fine. Things we can work on if you ever come to grounded, which you will. Okay, chest is open. Awesome. Legs are straight, long, toes can be pointed or flexed as long as you're feeling like you're working at your, again, utmost ability. From here, I want you to just pick your top leg up. Good. Inhale down. Exhale. Good. So, if you're taking a group class, it's obviously not me just like hovering over you like this. This is a little bit more of a closed circuit thing. But privates, you get all my focus, all my attention. Group setting, you still get all my focus, all my attention. I am always there to help, modify, play super awesome music, tell really weird, bad jokes. All my clients know I'm good at that. Good, last one, let's lift and hold. I want you to feel like someone's pulling your leg down. Fight that pull, fight that pull. Good, draw circles with your leg. Good. I would say this is Pete's weaker side. He's not as high. So maybe he can lift a little higher. Maybe not. And then reverse your circle. See, that's fine. We work with what we have, instructors and ourselves. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs down. Okay, reset yourself. Your butt might be a little sore. Totally normal. Maybe encouraged. Okay, get that stretch of your body. From here, obliques. Remember, we're going to lift from there, from that side body. Legs are heavy. Exhale, we just lift. Legs come to a hover. Inhale down. This is my favorite move ever. I will teach this in every class. I love side stuff, side lying. Don't let that scare you if you're like, wow, this is the worst thing ever. It just means we get stronger. Totally not Pete's favorite. Let's do 3 more. Good. And 2. Last one. Beautiful. Lower down. Let's prop ourselves up into that bottom forearm. Good. Okay. I know, right? I'm going to bend the bottom knee. Oh no, wait, never mind, I lied. Legs long first. We're going to do our crunches. Top hand up, please. So instead of sinking into the mat, again, we find that strength, that lift from underneath, always working both sides of our body. Legs long. Good. From here, take an inhale. Exhale, we pick those legs up, and then we go into that side crunch. You can do the elbow like Pete, reaching up. You can keep your arm up. Play with your body. Play with what feels good, what feels hard, but doable. Exercise should always make you feel like you're working hard, but feeling super great about the effort you're putting in. Good. Let's do 3 more. Get that side, 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 tight body, yes. Don't just let everything flare forward on your way out. As you inhale and lengthen, you still want to feel that control through the center of your body. Last one. Good, and then we reach. Okay, let's bend the bottom knee. Top leg is long. Good. Top hand up. We're gonna lift the hips up. So again, from here, option to keep your leg down or lift it or play with it. Okay, from here, take an inhale, exhale, take that top arm, scoop underneath your body. Inhale, reach, open, shine through the chest. Exhale. Good. There we go, see? Maybe you lift it for 2 and you're like, that's good. I want to lower it. Judgment-free zone. Unless you're married to me, a little bit of judgment. It's all love. Good, 3 more. Just because you lost your focus a bit. Good, and 2. Last one. Hold, hold, hold. Bend the knee, lower the hips. Beautiful. Let's come onto our backs. Who feels like relaxing? Yes? Okay. So, let's go into a twist. My favorite. You pick a side, any side. Arms can be out wide. Your head can go the opposite direction. Play with what feels good in your neck. Good. And when you're in your twist, really just allow yourself to melt. Like, how heavy can you make your body feel? You work really hard. Your abs, your butt, your arms, your lats, that little side bum, right? Let your forehead relax. It's hard after all the effort to then just tell yourself to relax, but give yourself permission. The mat is there for a reason. You get to be yourself on it. And right now yourself might be sweaty and hot, but you work for it. Okay, come on over to the other side. Good. And yeah, if you feel like you need a little bit more of a stretch through your side bum, play with the angle of your knee. Totally cool. Good. You want to think about staying open through the chest. And everybody is different. We're very, let's say, stressed out these days, so we might be a little bit more forward folded, rounded forward than usual. I'm like that. So if you can just encourage some softness through your chest, openness across your collarbones, the more relaxed you get, the more encouragement there is for your chest to open and your back to understand it needs to help you get there. We're just sending different messages to our body. Come on to your back. Okay, so if it feels good, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. If that doesn't feel good, you can just lie down with your legs long. And then you're just going to breathe, close your eyes if it feels okay. I love to end with legs up the wall, but garden and fence, not gonna happen. So if you have a wall and you wanna let your legs hang out there, we didn't do a lot of, or any standing stuff today. So there wasn't too much quad, but there was butt. So if you just wanna feel like you can get a release of your legs, bring them up the wall. Good, and then lengthen your legs. So, like I said, Grounded Pilates and Lifestyle. We are opening in the Village Square in the center, right by Ray Hoon at the old quilt shop. We'll be opening summer. Super excited, just super excited. And Fit in the Core, thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this and to introduce ourselves and our love of all things Pilates and core and fitness. And yeah, www.groundedpilates.ca will be the website. That's coming soon. You can follow us on Instagram at Grounded Pilates and Lifestyle. And again, I'm Katie, and it was so nice to lead you through this exercise, this workout routine, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye.